All right, guys, we're doing a little road trip. Figured today would be a good day since the office was a little calmer today after we played catch up yesterday. And it's auction day, so I'm on the phone most of the day anyway, to run over here, and I do have it silenced, to check on the frame off restoration paint Squarebody. But we got a little bit of a ride ahead of us going to the body shop, so Kristen is going to catch a little video. We're actually driving my mom's little car here, checking the heat, making sure everything's working good for her. And we got a couple minutes to do this video, so stay tuned. Here we go. All right, guys, so Christian had a great point on this one because he's been riding along to go check on this truck for the third time now. The beauty part is with pictures, cameras, phones, everything these days, and even FaceTime, we really don't have to go and look at this stuff. That's one of the ways we keep in touch with our customers and try to be very proactive about that by sending customers progress pictures, letting them know. Some days go by, things don't happen. You know, that's just nature of the beast. Some days wait on parts, they don't arrive because of the weather. But this particular project, even though we fast-paced it, meaning we had the shop that is working on it totally dedicated. Now, he does fit in a little bumper, a little fender. You know, he does small jobs, but as you guys have seen and will see, this is a main focus. This is eating up the majority of his shop. So even at that, we've been almost a year. Right, Kristen? Yep, right a year. So things take time. Of course, you also saw yesterday an update from the shop on our Shop Johnny's truck, which has been many, many years, off the road. But of course, that's a little different project. That's not a retail customer project. So those don't go as fast. But these things take time. And when you get into body and paint and when people call us trying to sell their vehicle, the one bummer for us is if we have to get into body and paint. Body and paint is the least controlled option that we have. It's also the most least controlled option that anybody has. Even if you have your best buddy at a body shop, it's still going to put back burner status at some point. Body shop guys get burnout. It's dirty, hard, lengthy work, and you don't see the end in sight sometimes. Past body and paint, our side of things, again, we've been on a good roll. Every customer that we have currently is either getting their truck currently finished up within the next couple days to weeks, or is on the timeline that it's supposed to be on, and that's very fortunate. But that's only because extra time. All of us been putting in extra time to get these things done, and we're very realistic with our timelines. I have a couple customers right now that are on some trucks that are in process. They're next year, and unfortunately the one that's been very patient, I'll use this as an example, he's a follower on here, but he'll attest to it. He picked out a truck that we currently have. We're doing some of our finishing touches, steps, steering, rewiring, and doing a lot of other things. It's the exact truck that he wants, but he's been very patient. But he wants to go a little bit different and do a transmission change. Well, we can't get the transmission company to get back in touch with us. I'll tell you guys, he wants a 6-speed behind a big block and a square body. Well, with 4-wheel drive, that leads you to what transfer case to use. There's questions. There's end gear ratio. This guy wants to make this truck a driver and then an off-grid vehicle. Perfect scenario. He's got the right idea. But in the time we've been waiting on the transmission company to get back to us, which has been 30 to 45 days now, they've been responding, but very slowly. Like every few days we got to check in, trying to find out exactly what we need, what clutch we need, we got to put a clutch pedal in the truck. We can figure that out. But, how much is it going to be? What's the lead time on getting it? In that 30 to 45 days, because of other projects that have sold and gotten paid for and gotten put in front of that, he's gone from a 60 to 90 day window now to it's pushing into the year before we can get to that truck. Christian has actually been in the middle of a bunch of those emails because, if I don't get the email, I want somebody to. So Christian gets to it sometimes. Sometimes it's just a quick question in passing. Hey, JW, real quick, on that particular truck, what are we doing on this? Boom, I give him an answer. He emails them back. If I don't do it that way and my phone rings, honestly, sometimes I'll forget. So we try to have multiple people involved in each transaction. It's not because I want to put somebody off, but literally that email could come in. I'm looking at it on my phone rings, I answer it, maybe a text message comes in, I get out of that screen, it might be the night or the next day before I go back into that screen and notice that I missed that, situation. Here or the next one? I think it's this one. Let's try that. Sorry guys, we didn't put it in GPS because we didn't want any distractions, and I didn't want to be talking on my phone. There is still some inclement situations on the road because of the weather. There won't be any right here because they dumped a ton of salt. But we're clearing up. The roads are pretty good. We have 2 very high-end trucks about ready to ship out, and we just can't do it due to the weather. You can't put these big lifted wide wheel tire trucks in an enclosed trailer. Another fun fact, people say, yes, you can. They transport monster trucks that way. No joke. We owned the Wild Hair monster truck, for you guys that don't know. Whole episode coming about that. We had a special built trailer that the ramps literally went up this steep, where the truck went up and went in and then drove up over the tires and fender wells in the trailer. Very custom built trailer, very few of them around. Could you fit one of these in it? Yes, but you would still have to take the wide tires and wheels off. So it's inconvenient, and we try to time the weather. The few that have gone so viral recently that left that were crazy nice and clean all made their way to the destination perfect. We waited for a dry day. They left early in the morning. They arrived that afternoon or late that night. They went straight to the customer, and they might have had to rinse some dust off, but they did not get all the road grime and all the nastiness. So those 2 trucks, we are waiting for the right opportunity, because these trucks, the attention to detail, you don't want to have to clean up all the nitty gritty areas, because it would take time, effort. Some of the stainless, chrome, and other things, this stuff they put on the road could stain it, and it would really be unfortunate to see that happen. So we work tirelessly beyond even just the buying of the trucks, the selling of the trucks, and the building of the trucks, to even make sure the transportation goes smoothly for everybody. So one extra facet to what we do, but it's part of the business. So we're about to get up here. Anything else, Kristen? I mean, you're pretty spot on with a lot of these projects. What else do you see? And of course, everybody gets excited. Kristen sees the emails where we tell people, hey, if you purchase the truck and you want to add the steps, or you want to add the steering, or you want to add this, it's going to be 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He also sees when after 1 week the email comes in like, is it ready? And, that's okay. People are excited, and we understand, completely understand. We also understand people in Florida don't expect the delays that we see because of weather. It doesn't slow us down. We were still at work yesterday. We worked harder and longer than I think we usually work. But it slows down the FedEx, or it slows down UPS, or it slows down the transporters that have to stop and, can't run down the road, 24 hours a day. They have to have downtime. So it slows down just like that there. That truck there is a CDL required truck, similar to some of the ones we sell. Did you lose something? Did you get that truck? Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. They have to take breaks. They have to have downtime. They have to run logs. So there's a lot of things that some people just don't understand. We'll do a whole transportation episode, and hopefully this little clip here is a little bit more explaining of how things do work behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and how we do things. And guys, do not ever think that if you buy a truck from us that's $20,000 or $100,000 or $200,000, that the price point really matters, because it doesn't. It's all relative to us. Is a $20,000 vehicle going to be the same vehicle as $100,000? Absolutely not. There's no comparison in quality. We get that call a lot. Can you guys just sell me one before you start on it? The truck prices are already relative. That's set by you guys. Barrett Jackson, Meekum, all these other auctions, Facebook. You guys set the price point. What we do is try to find the nicest ones and carry them to the next level. We do not build every one of these trucks from scratch like you're getting ready to see. There's a lot of time and effort that other people have put into these. But if you do buy one, just like yesterday, we did sell the red Suburban. It was the cheapest, least expensive square body vehicle we have that even starts and runs. It was $20,000. He's getting the power steps added. And in this case, I think he's 10 days out or so for us to get the brackets powder coated, get everything in schedule, get them installed, and get it coming. We're putting this same effort, no different than if a guy calls today and buys a $100,000 one from us or an $80,000 one from us. that truck will get behind the Suburban. Some people say that's probably not the way you should do business. That's the only way we can do business fair, is by putting everybody in line and priority at the same token. It doesn't have anything to do with the price point. So please understand that. You know, this particular one, again, this is one that is way different than normal, the way this build is going. This truck is available now in case somebody wants to finish it their way with particular paint, powder coat, colors underneath. We can go as wild as you want to go with this truck. The colors on the truck can't be changed, but the colors under the truck can be changed. The way the shocks are mounted can be changed. There's a lot of variables to this truck. So if somebody's interested, they can step up. But as you guys know, a nice built frame off restored, crew cab square body, no matter where you are in this country, period, is going to be $100,000 plus. So this one is not at this point because it's not done. But as it gets more finishing touches and more things done to it, the price will escalate up accordingly. So we're pulling up now. We'll bring you a cool episode. Be sure to watch.